Alright, today what we're going to try to do is do a parasitic draw test. Not that the Mac has one, but someone recommended I do one. So what you got to do is you'll need a few tools. I like to have needle nose pliers, a clamp to hold on, your alligator clip to the battery, and then another one to the clamp. And you'll need a multimeter or a voltmeter that can do amperages. The Harbor Freight ones will work. They're not as accurate. Okay, this is a Harbor Freight one. The cheapest Harbor Freight one can work, but it's not the greatest because it's not super accurate. But I think it will suffice for our needs. This is like a $25, $30 Harbor Freight one, and it should work. So this is a 2002 Toyota Camry XLE V6. So what I did was you unhook the negative terminal on the battery. Just unhook the terminal, and then you, depending on your vehicle, this should work on pretty much any vehicle, but depending on your vehicle, you will need to close all the doors. I'd recommend rolling down the windows just in case you need to access the inside. You don't want to open the doors while you're doing an amp test. It can turn the computers back on. You want the computers to go to sleep. So got all the doors closed, window rolled down. I do have my trunk open just to show you what will happen. You also will want, depending on your newer ones that tell you your hood's open, you're going to want to close the hood manually, just like use a screwdriver or something. Just push that clip down. So you close the hood, close the latch for the hood, close the latch for the hood so the car thinks the hood's closed. You can do the same with your door if you need the door open, depending on where your fuse box is. I've got a fuse box here. There's one in the dash right here. There's another fuse box right there. So yeah, so typically once you have it all set up, or I guess I didn't tell you how to set it up yet. So yeah, you get your voltmeter, amp meter out, and then there are usually 3 different spots to put your fuses, your alligator clips. You want to test for amperages. You want A is for amps, and then this is your common, which is your ground, and then set it to amps if you're using the Ames one. So what I would do first is, before you hook any of that up, get this set up on your amp meter so you don't blow a fuse. Make sure you've done everything, closed all the doors, turned the car off, don't have anything running basically. Set your amp meter up. You want 1 wire going into the common, 1 going to the amps. There it says max 10 amps fused. And then it doesn't matter in which order you hook these up really, as long as you get 1 connected directly to the battery terminal, the other to the battery, there it goes. So yeah, 1 to the battery node, the other to the clamp, whatever your clamp looks like. And then you should be set to go. So right now, that reading is not normal. That's pretty high. So that is 0.2 amps, 0.23. And then that's milliamp. You want 50 milliamps. So if you read 0.05 or less, that's good. Anything above 0.05 is bad. It means you likely have a draw. So I have a draw somewhere. Let's see if I can find it out here. If you have a nice vehicle, it'll tell you what's what on your fuse box cover. Let's see. So basically, you just take your cover off and start pulling fuses. So let's see, where's my pliers? So yeah, start pulling fuses. They recommend not putting the fuses back in, depending on what you pull. If you pull a computer fuse, I wouldn't put it back in because that'll wake your car back up. Again, you may need to wait 15 to 30 minutes once you have everything closed on the car and this hooked up for the computers to shut down, depending on your vehicle again. This one, I don't think we need to really wait. Sometimes it's only 5 minutes, maybe give it 2 minutes, but some of them specifically say 15 to 30 minutes for the computers to go to sleep. Because if the computer is awake, it'll give you a false reading. I don't think mine are awake right now because that hasn't changed yet. So if you pull a computer fuse, like, let's see, if you pull an ET, no, that's the wrong one. If you pull a main fuse, I wouldn't pull the main fuse. That one goes to a lot of main things. Let's see, maybe they're not here. If you pull like an ignition, fuse, I wouldn't pull those yet. Typically, I feel like the amp draw is a radio or an auxiliary device, aftermarket device that you or someone else has added. Typically, those are where your draws are coming from. Sometimes it's just a light bulb. Sorry, this video is getting long for me describing stuff. But, so basically, you start pulling fuses. And let me try to move this over here so you can see both. If it changes. No change. Gonna put that fuse back in. No change. Gonna put that fuse back in. Oh, that one changed. That was a main fuse. Shoot. AF. A/F. Don't know what that means, but that was a main. What did I do? Oh, there we go. Maybe I bumped that. Hang on. Yeah, so that one, I believe, was a main fuse, because let's try it again. Nope, okay, I don't know what the heck I did. I guess I just bumped the terminal and that woke it up. So, for example, let's see what the computers say. Not connected, connect it back up. It was at 3, and instantly goes down to 2. Let's see. So yeah, usually you should be looking at what you're pulling, but I'm not worried with this vehicle. Oop, that was something. So that was your DC, that was my 30 amp DCC fuse. That was probably a computer fuse. Let's just look for straight. So basically you just keep going through, pulling the fuses. You'll see this change. Yeah, hey Emma, come here. There's my daughter. And let's see. So what my fuse issue is one of them anyway, is Dad, I have my trunk open and the light is on. Hey Emma, say hi. Dad, yeah? Hang on, I'll be there in a second. Dad, I can help you. You can? Okay. I can help you with the tools. Yep, can you hold these? Yeah, sure. Thank you. Okay. I'm good at holding stuff for you. You are good at holding tools. Okay, so just to go straight to the point. Straight to the point? I probably should have done this earlier, but... What's wrong with your car? Headlight, daylight, running lamps, AC. It's probably on the inside. Fan, horn, ABS, heater. What's wrong with your car? I'm doing a video. Dad, look. There's your fan. So let's... I'm gonna borrow. Can I have those needle nose? Thank you. Welcome, Dad. So, going to look in here, see if what's on here. So, dome light. I think the dome light might be part of that. Door number 2, amp, power washer fan, power amp fog shunsy, heater, wiper. So let's pull the dome light. I suspect that could be the trunk light fuse too, but maybe it's not. Okay. Let's go see. Ooh, I think it was something. So now I pulled the dome light fuse and I have 15 milliamps now. So I think that was my draw. Let's go see if the light's off. Good. Tools. Yep. So that, wherever the light, there's the light. The light is off now. So that was really simple. Some of them are not so simple. But so you pull it out. Once you find the fuse that drops that down, you at least have a starting point of what areas you can search for. What is drawing the fuse. So the fuse, that one was with the dome light. So that could be the dome light. I suspect it could also be the glove box light. Basically any of the small lights. Cargo lights. Oops. Yeah, that went to the horn too. Just plug the fuse back in. So yeah, sorry this video was not quicker, but yep, that was it. Plug the fuse back in. Now I have 239 milliamps or 0.2 amps. So once you pull the fuse and the amps go down below 0.05, you could have multiple draws, but usually there's only one. Sometimes you'll have more, but always start with one draw at a time, I'd say. So then try to look up a wiring diagram for everything that uses that fuse. You can usually do that in just using Google, YouTube, or go to AutoZone O'Reilly's and just grab a book for your car. They're like 15, 20 bucks, and then they can show you the wiring diagrams to everything that uses that fuse. And then once you found it, you can fix it, or in some cases, just keep the fuse unplugged. Like if it's your radio, you never use a radio, just keep it unplugged and you fixed your issue. I'm sure I missed something, so let me know in the comments what I can do, and I'll try to respond and get a response going. So yeah, thanks for watching, and good luck solving your issues.